glad I could attend this conference. I didn't realize how much enthusiasm and how much creativity has been brought together into this conference. The more I talk to people, I get very excited about possibilities that we are opening up in this. Ladies and gentlemen, and participants, I have been hopping around in many things. Because I stumbled into something which got me very excited. In changing the life of the poor women by making tiny little loans as small as $5, $10. What magic it can do with $5, $10 loan. It's just simply unbelievable. I was doing it in a little village. I had no idea what it would mean to anybody else. Desperation of the situation has forced me to do something. I did it. But I was amazed how quickly it became a point of interest for many, many people around the world. Today it has become a global idea, a global activity, reaching out as far as the United States. When the United States began in 2008, I had no idea how far it will grow. Everybody said, you're a renowned country, it's a rich country, you don't need this. My point was, rich country may have poor people. Country being rich doesn't mean everybody is rich. So we started it. Today it's become a national program, coming in America. Works in 35 major cities in the United States, serving more than 200,000 poor women, 100% women. Loans are starting from $100,000, $500, $600. Last year it loaned out over $1.5 billion in tiny loans with perfect repayment. No collateral, nothing. What does all these things mean? That was a question. And I was trying to answer that question. Today I'm sharing that question again with you. Going through all this process, I convinced myself things that go wrong in people, in the society, is not the fault of the people. It's the fault of the system that we have built. That's what I keep underscoring every time. It's a fault of the system. Don't run after the people to fix them. Fix the system. People are good. People have no problem. I had difficulty in explaining this. In one way, I tried to explain it differently. I said, it's like a bonsai tree. You remember the bonsai? You put a tree, little tree in a pot, let it grow. You take the seedling of a giant tree, tallest tree in the forest, put it in a pot, let it grow. What? It will grow, but it will stack. It's a few inches above the soil. It looks very cute. It looks like a beautiful tree in the forest. But it doesn't grow as tall as the tree that you saw in the forest. That you lovingly took part of it and tried to plant it, and let it grow. It grew. But it grew as a kind of replica, tiny little replica of that giant tree. It doesn't grow. You put all your fertilizer into it, it will not grow better than that. I take the lesson system that we built around us made us bonsai people. As an individual, as a human being, we have enormous capacity to go as big as we want. But system comes in, puts you in a little pot, make a little bit of you, look exactly like a human being, but a tiny little human being in your capacity. So that's what I was struggling with, to break open that pot, that all human beings can grow to its potential. The system doesn't allow you to grow into your potential. My credit gave me that lesson. These women in Bangladesh or the United States, they're as good human beings as anybody else. Simply system didn't provide them $5, $10, $1,000 in the United States. They remain destitute, remain at the mercy of anybody else. What you try to do, open the gate so that you can get out of the pot and start doing things by making a little hole with that microcredit. This is just one intervention made all these things happen. Imagine what other interventions could do that. Healthcare, education, housing, you name all these things. But we go back to that little pot. We don't dare to get out of the pot. Because our mind is completely made in our education system, in our lessons, in our theories, in our activities. We're afraid that you'll become bad. Those who dare to get out are the ones trying to break that up and make human beings grow as tall as they are, as creative as they are. So the learning process that I had, I want to share it quickly with you. And I've been screaming out, telling everybody. Human being is born with unlimited creative power, unlimited creative power. Even the child who is born on the street, she has as much power as anybody else. Because God has given them power at birth. But system doesn't allow that. The pot comes in. You're kept in the pot. You can't grow out of this. So we have to break through, make that happen. Education system made another pot. Make your mind into a little structure. You can't move out. You're afraid. If you do that, everybody will scream at you. That's not acceptable. Somebody has to dare to get out. Education system helps young people to go to school, learn, get degrees, certificates, get academic accomplishments. For what? To get a job. That's the underlying assumption behind every education system. You're preparing them for the market. I said, we are human beings. We are not product, like you said in the market. We are born with unlimited creative capacity. Human beings are not born for jobs. Jobs take away your creativity. You do things under order. You take orders. That's a tradition of slavery, when you take orders. Defying orders is I do things my own way, create new world. My generation is born to create a new world for the next generation. That's the commitment of human being. Education doesn't allow that. Because you surrender your certificate to get a monthly salary. That's it. So human beings are born as entrepreneurs. So again, departure from the conventional structure. I said everything has to change if you accept that all human beings are entrepreneurs. People debate with me. said, I have nothing to debate about. If you don't believe in it, come to Bangladesh. 10 million poor, illiterate women who had no idea that they could ever do the business turned into businessmen herself by taking that $5, $10, $20, $100 loans. If 10 million women in Bangladesh can become entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs, that's what the Grameen Bank is all about. People would have forgotten if they failed. People remember Grameen Bank because all of them are successful. Why? Did Grameen Bank do something about it? No. It broke the pot. Say, we bring financial services to you. That's all. Change it completely. So that's a challenge that we all take care of. Just one area. Then we got involved in many other areas, healthcare, environment, education, you name it. We created a funny kind of businesses. Very successful businesses all over Bangladesh. Not little businesses, big businesses, nationwide businesses. But everybody said, why do you do these businesses? This doesn't make sense. Why doesn't it make sense? Because they're coming from the academic area. We don't want to make profit out of it, personally. Business makes profit. Profit stays with the business and plowed back into the business so that it can grow. It's a counter to charity. We love charity, we give away money. I said, that's good. But that's another option. You can invest that money. We call it social business. Business to solve problem, not to make money for yourself. Business makes profit, profit stay with the business. Grow. And I come to counter it with the charity. I simply say charity is a wonderful idea, but it has a limitation. Charity money goes out, does a wonderful job, that money doesn't come out. It has only one-time use of your money. If you had used this money to create a business, social business, to solve the same problem, because social business is problem-solving business, not personal money-making business. Suddenly it's very different. It solves a problem, money comes back. Use it again and again and again, it grows. Theory never allowed space for social business. Today, it's becoming popular. Young people love it. They want their creativity to make sure problems get changed, problems get solved. This is good. Then I hit into another world. Completely out of the blue. Sports. You know why? Because of the World Cup. Every time World Cup comes, Bangladesh changes overnight. Every single village has their favorite flag. In Brazil, it was Argentina most popular Brazilian country. They never heard the name Argentina, never heard of Brazil. Who in this country, they don't know. But they love their team. They're big fan. They put out money after money to pray for the success of their team. What a powerful thing. I keep repeating it. Sports is not an entertainment. It may be entertainment, of course it is. But it is a big social power. Just started repeating this. It's a social power totally unutilized. Then people keep asking me the question, how do you utilize this? World Cup? What social power? I explain how social power can be used for that. Change the world.